Good evening and welcome to the 9 p.m. news telecast of the prestigious channel of Sri Lanka. I'm Charita Vinipurarachi.
I'm Delanjali Ananda, and these are the headlines for tonight. The government and the International Monetary Fund agree on the fifth review at staff level. Politicizing of human rights is not the objective of the present government, stresses Minister Vijay Herath in Parliament. The social media news regarding the Easter Sunday attack is false. Colombo port earns a net profit of 32 billion rupees this year. Excise income also increases. Wife of Bako Saman further remanded. 13 bank accounts banned. Udega Manpila to the Bribery Commission while Bimal Weerawansa pays a visit to the Tengal police. Clean Sri Lanka program in the agriculture category commenced. Israel and Hamas agree to the first phase of the new Gaza peace plan.
On to those and other stories in detail now, and starting off with the top local story. The International Monetary Fund today announced that it has signed a staff-level agreement with Sri Lankan government on the fifth review under the extended fund facility. As a next step of the agreement, the IMF Director Board approved this.
With the approval, the IMF will release a sum of $347 million to Sri Lanka as the sixth tranche of the IMF fund facility. Country head of the International Monetary Fund, Chris Papageorgiou, announced this at a media briefing held in the Central Bank premises in Colombo.
So, we're here in Colombo for the fifth review of the four-year extended fund facility supported program of the IMF with the Sri Lankan authorities. We had productive engagement in the past 2.5 weeks discussing recent macroeconomic developments and the progress in the implementation of Sri Lanka's economic reform program supported by the IMF. We met with a broad spectrum of stakeholders in the country, including the civil society, think tanks, and local governments. With respect to the outcome of the discussions, I am pleased to share with all of you that we have reached a staff-level agreement on the economic policies to conclude the fifth review of the program. I would like to highlight that the staff-level agreement is subject to the approval of IMF management and the IMF Executive Board in the months ahead. Completion of the review by the IMF Executive Board requires the implementation of one prior action and the completion of financing assurances review to confirm multilateral partners' financing contributions, as well as assess adequate progress with the debt restructuring. Upon completion of the Executive Board review, Sri Lanka will have access to about $347 million, bringing the total IMF financial support under the current arrangement to approximately $2 billion. Program performance has been strong. Revenue mobilization is performing strongly relative to the program target, primarily driven by taxes on motor vehicle imports. Gross official reserves reached $6.1 billion in September 2025, supported by the CBSL's steadfast and good performing FX purchases. Inflation has returned to positive territory since August, and the debt restructuring is nearly complete. Following the recent upgrade by S&P, all major credit rating agencies have now upgraded Sri Lanka away from the default status, and now the sovereign rating is reflecting the country's progress in restoring debt sustainability. Sri Lanka's ambitious reform agenda continues to deliver commendable outcomes, and the government's commitment to sustain reform momentum should safeguard Sri Lanka's macroeconomic stability against the global trade policy uncertainty and geopolitical tensions. Growth has been persistently stronger than expected, reaching 4.8% year-on-year in the first half of 2025, and we expect growth to remain strong solid in 2025 and the rest of 2025. Let me conclude by thanking the authorities for the excellent collaboration during the mission and all the counterparts that we met, including while visiting the Central and the UVA provinces. I'd like to state that we reaffirm our commitment to support Sri Lanka achieve strong and sustainable growth.
Politicizing the human rights is not the objective of the present government. Minister Vijay Herath made this observation answering a query raised in the Parliament today. Minister Vijay Herath observed that this has not been the first occasion where a UNHRC proposal regarding Sri Lanka were passed. A number of proposals related to human rights violations during the war in Sri Lanka were passed in 1980s and 2009. Since 2009 alone, 11 proposals have been passed on Sri Lanka in 2009, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2017, 2019, 2021, 2022, 2024 and also this year. Previous governments had adopted their own policies regarding their proposals while supporting the proposals at times and being participants of the proposals on some other occasions. The past governments of 2015, 2017 and 2019 have participated in voting regarding these proposals and also during 2012, 2013, 2014, 2021 and 2022. Also, on certain other occasions, the Sri Lankan government has presented its own proposal as happened during the year 2009. Parliamentarian Ravi Karunanayaka said that the problem lies in the case of not asking for a vote this year. Had a vote been conducted, the nations of the world would have supported Sri Lanka. Minister Vijay Herath pointed out that from the Sri Lankan point of view, a proposal regarding the country had won only during one occasion. Later, whenever a vote was conducted, the view of the government has been defeated. At the same time, the votes received in favour of Sri Lanka were also reduced. It is a matter of surprise that the previous governments, being fully aware of a defeat, spent millions of public money for the vote. Ministers, parliamentarians and officials turned in countries represented in the Human Rights Council. They also helped in many ways in receiving votes for Sri Lanka during the sessions held in Geneva. The previous government spent public money despite being in the knowledge that the country will be defeated during the vote. A separate division was also set up in the High Commissions to collect evidence regarding the so-called human rights violations in the country. The Parliament and permanent representatives in Geneva clearly stated that Sri Lanka does not accept such a mechanism in the months of March and September. It is a responsibility of all the citizens to safeguard human rights, ensure the rule of law, building unity among communities and prevention of the occurrence of serious conflicts. These objectives cannot be achieved separately, and the objective of the present government is not to politicize the human rights of all citizens. The government has a dream of creating a country where people will live in harmony and in prosperity. The government dedicates itself in realizing this dream for the future generation of the country by actively participating with all concerned parties in the international community.
Secretary to the Ministry of Public Security, retired senior DIG Ravi Senivaratna emphasizes that he vehemently rejects the fake news published in social media, pretending it has a statement made by him. He further says that the IGP has been instructed to conduct an investigation regarding the persons who are involved in posting this fake news. Issuing a communique in this connection, Police Media Division says that a fake news is circulating on social media these days. The Secretary to the Ministry of Public Security, retired senior DIG Ravi Senivaratna, has told the Parliament's top officials posts committee that the mastermind of the Easter Sunday attack has been identified as an Indian behind the scene, and that India is behind the scene. Retired senior DIG Ravi Senivaratna says that he answered the matters erupted at the Parliament's top officials post committee recently when he was called up to appear before the committee. He emphasized that he had never stated that India is behind the Easter Sunday attacks. The news circulating on social media in this connection is fake, and he said he vehemently rejects this news. He further said that the instructions were given to the IGP to conduct an investigation to identify the culprits. He added that his lawyers have also been instructed to take necessary legal actions against the responsible persons. Parliamentarian Dayasri Jayasekara said that Secretary to the Ministry of Public Security, retired senior DIG Ravi Senivaratna, replying to the top officials post committee, said that the mastermind of the Easter Sunday attack has been identified. When the opposition questioned on this matter, Police Media Division releasing a statement said that Ravi Senivaratna has not made a statement regarding India. He did not make such a statement. However, he should further clarify this matter. After all, he should have told this information to the courts.
රැටිෆිකේෂන් එකක් කරන්න. මොකද උසස් නිලධාරකාරක සභාවට ඇවිල්ලා මේක කියන්න ඕනේ නැහැ කරුණියෝජක කතානායකතුමා මේක ගිහිල්ලා වහාම අධිකරණයට කියන්න කවුද මේ මොලකරු මහා මොලකරු කියලා. මොකද හේතුව නැත්තම් වෙබ්සයිට්ස් වල හැම එකකින්ම අපිට කතා කරලා අහනවා මේ ක්‍රියාවලිය පිළිබඳව.
Minister Harshana Nayakara said that retired senior DIG Ravi Silvaratna has only answered the questions raised at the committee on high posts. This is not a statement made to the media. Parliament order is not necessary to disclose this information. They are a part of the investigations. Outsiders should not be allowed to disrupt these investigations.
වෙනත් මාර්ගවලින් ඒ විමර්ශන කඩාකප්පල් කරන්න උත්සාහ කරන පුද්ගලයන්ට ඉඩ දෙන්න එපා.
එමතුමා දැන් මේක
Parliamentarian Dasri Jayasekara said that Parliamentarian Nizar Karyapur is the one who tweeted this matter. As the parliamentarian, he should not have done that. However, many people know that before he tweeted this message. Minister Vasant Samarasinghe said that there is a question regarding what is to be said and what is not to be said. The answers given to this committee by responsible officials are tweeted in their own social media accounts. This is a serious offence. Investigations should be carried out against such persons. Ministry of Transport, Highways, Ports and Civil Aviation Services say that the Colombo Harbour has earned a net profit of 32 billion rupees during the first 8 months of this year.
It is an increase of 13 billion rupees compared to the last year. During the first 8 months of the year, the estimated profit of the Colombo Harbour is 21 billion rupees. It is able to earn an extra income of 11 billion rupees, surpassing the estimated target. It has been reported that about 6% growth in maintaining containers has been indicated during the first 8 months of the year as a result of continuous development projects and making the services efficient. Sri Lanka Ports Authority says that upon the completion of construction of Eastern and Jar container terminals, the maintaining capacity is expected to be further increased in future. It is significant that the harbour has been able to claim 71% profit, exceeding the expected target due to the renewal of terminal service agreements, increasing the capacity and management of expenses. Sri Lanka Ports Authority further stated that the net profit is to be utilised to implement future plans to make the Colombo Harbour is a hub of transshipment. Commissioner General of Excise Department MBNA Premaratna says that the excise income is this year has indicated a recorded increase. Although the income target up to the 30th of last month was 177 billion rupees, an income of 190.4 billion rupees has been reported. It is a growth of 18.1% compared to the same period last year.
Deputy Minister Nama Kanaratna led the inauguration of Agriculture and Island-wide Home Gardening Programme in the Food Safety Project at Gannorua National Agri-Technical Park premises today. The program is jointly organised by the Ministry of Agriculture, Livestock, Land and Irrigation, Ministry of Health and Mass Media, Clean Sri Lanka Secretariat and the Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation. The program is being held under the 3 categories of health, agriculture and education. Out of the 3, the program of the agriculture category commenced today. An island-wide home gardening competition will also be conducted parallel to this occasion. The national television will telecast a series of programs to raise awareness regarding food safety during the next 2 months.
ඉලක්කයක් තමයි ඉදිරි කන්න 4 ඇතුළත දීවගාවට අදාළව පස පරීක්ෂා කිරීමේ ක්‍රියාවලිය.
And meanwhile, Minister Dr. Nalin Vijayatisa says that the present government is going through a national renaissance in the postal service. The minister made these comments joining the national commemoration function held at the Badulla Postal Complex Auditorium on the occasion of the 151st World Postal Day today. 193 countries of the world are commemorating the World Postal Day. The World Postal Day national celebrations were organized by the Postal Department, where the chief invitee was Minister Dr. Nalin Vijayatisa. This has been the 56th National Postal Day celebrations in Sri Lanka. The island has a long history of 227 years in the postal service. Several commemorative stamps were also released on this occasion of World Postal Day celebrations. The Minister also conducted the presentation of seniors of appreciation for service performance and efficient post offices, along with the presentation of Postal Day commemorative volume. Minister Dr. Nalin Jathisa said that the Postal Department, unlike other departments, should be converted to an income-earning entity in the competitive world, along with public service. The rural post offices have also met their targets by earning an income of 4 to 5 million rupees. The department will be able to achieve success by adding technology and efficiency, he stressed. Stay tuned with more local news after this break.
என் அண்ணா தான் என்ன பள்ளிக்கூடத்துக்கு கூட்டிட்டு போனாரு. மழைக்கு கூட என்னோட அண்ணாவை நிறுத்த முடியல. ஏன் வெயிலால கூட அது சாத்தியமாகல. தங்கத்தை விட நீங்க தான் அண்ணா எனக்கு பெருமதியானவர்.
உங்கள் தேவைக்கான அதிகபட்ச உதவி. கமர்ஷியல் கிரெடிட் ரன்னய பொன்னான வாழ்க்கைக்காக.
Live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Welcome back. We continue with more news from home. Officials of the Nuwara Division Crime Investigation Bureau has arrested 2 suspects with 18 kilos of narcotics. Under an information received by the Nuwara Division Crime Investigation Bureau, the officials have arrested the suspects at a raid conducted at the Pahalabian Villa area in Kadavata. Police headquarters say that one of the suspects is a female. The officials discovered 12 kilos and 90 grams of heroin, 1 kilo and 490 grams of ice, 2 kilos and 300 grams of kush, and 2 kilos and 10 grams of hashish from their residence. The suspects are residents of Angulana area, 29 and 32 years old respectively. Investigations have revealed that the suspects have continued the drug deal living in Kadavata area temporarily. Nuwara Division Crime Investigation Bureau and the Kadavata Police conducts further investigations.
And meanwhile, the wife of Bako Saman has been further remanded until the 23rd of this month as per an order by the Colombo Chief Magistrate Asanka S. Bodaragama. The Criminal Investigation Department informed the court today that steps have been taken to ban 13 bank accounts belonging to close associates of Bako Saman's wife. Deputy Solicitor General Sudarshi Herath, appearing on behalf of the CID, mentioned to the court that an amount of 56.3 million rupees last year and an amount of 20.2 million rupees this year have been circulated in 2 bank accounts of Lakshani Deshanjali, a sister of the suspect. It has also been revealed that a sum of 20.1 million rupees has been circulated in the bank account of Patinige Sunil Shante, father of the suspect. The Deputy Solicitor General mentioned in the court as to how much an amount of money circulated in his bank account, since he is a brick maker by profession. Further investigations are being conducted regarding the persons who carried money into these accounts and the networks connected to it. The Deputy Solicitor General stated that the concerned 13 bank accounts have been banned under orders from the High Courts with the notification by the Financial Intelligence Division of the Central Bank. In addition, information has also been revealed regarding the 4 bank accounts owned by the suspect.
Minister Samantha Vidyaratna arrived at the Criminal Investigation Department today to lodge a complaint. Minister Samantha Vidyaratna said that based on an incident occurred in Parliament yesterday, some social media activists shared false information targeting the minister's son. This child has not even completed ordinary level. These activities are totally based on political agendas. A complaint has been lodged at the CID in this connection. Future of children cannot be compromised for narrow political gains.
කවුද ප්‍රවෘත්ති පළ කරේ කවුද ඒවා මුදා හැරියේ සමාජ මාධ්‍ය කවුද කටයුතු කරේ කියන කාර්යය අද අපි පැමිණිල්ලක් හැටියට කරනු ලැබුවා. කියන්න කැමති මේ රටේ හිටපු දූෂිත දේශපාලඥයන්ට දේශපාලන ගනුදෙනුව අපිට දරා ගන්න ඉවස ගන්න පුළුවන්. නමුත් මේ රටේ දරුවන්ගේ අනාගතේ එදත් ඔයාලා විනාශ කරා අදත් ඒක විනාශ කරමින් තිබෙනවා. කුඩු වලින් කරන විනාශය වලට අමතරව මාධ්‍ය ඇතුළේ මේ රටේ දරුවන්ගේ අනාගතේ විනාශ කරන්න එපා කියලා එක් දෙමව්පියෙක් හැටියට මම මතක් කරන්න කැමතියි.
Meanwhile, former parliamentarian Vimal Weerawansa reported to the Tangor police station this morning to record a statement. Our correspondent said that he was called up by the Tangor police station to question him with regard to a statement made to the media by him regarding a person called Puak Dandave Sana, who was taken into custody recently over the incident of discovering ice narcotics and heroin in the Tangol area. Former parliamentarian Uday Gamanpila arrived at the Bribery Commission to investigate allegations of bribery or corruption today. He arrived to make a statement regarding the investigations conducted over the controversial release of 323 containers from the customs.
And meanwhile, the trade unions of the Ceylon Electricity Board says that the Minister Kumar Rajakuri is assured to protect the job security of the employees in the board's reconstruction process. The trade union representatives made these comments following a discussion held with the minister today. After meeting the minister, the trade union representatives and representatives of other associations said that the restructuring of the Ceylon Electricity Board was demanded for 10 years. As they said, they will support the process and urged the other trade unions to extend their support to finalize the process in a positive manner. They said that unlike the previous government, the current government facilitated the space for the trade unions to take part in rectifying issues noticed in the process. And now some more local news items in brief. A chaotic situation arose in Tannekumbura in Kandy yesterday afternoon with the disappearing of two school children who have said to be gone in the Mahabali River. Two male children aged 13 and 14 years have disappeared in the incident. A joint operation has been initiated by the Kandy Police Headquarters and the Balagola Police. According to the Kandy Police Headquarters source, search operations around the area will be carried out with the help of divers from Sri Lanka Navy. The 58th commemorative function of the Cuban revolutionary leader Ernest Che Guevara was held at the Shea Park, Yahale Kale Watta, Moragahena in Horner. Yesterday, the function was led by Minister Vijay Herat, Cuban ambassador in Sri Lanka and Brisbane and other officials were present on this occasion. A function was held recently to give away checks in order to build houses for 18 homeless families. A blind army soldier is preparing to set a world record by walking a distance of 100 kilometers. He started his walk from Narigama, Hikaduwa today. He is conducting this walk parallel to the 76th anniversary of the Sri Lanka Army. The soldier lost his vision during the mortar attack at Odusudan area during the past war period and he is a resident of Abimansala, Suahasa Resort, Kuburupitia at present.
And we have several news in brief on the latest developments that are taking place in the country. 218 low-income earning homeless families will be provided with permanent houses in Vaunia district parallel to the World Habitat Day. Another 10 completed houses were handed over to the concerned families recently by District Secretary of Vaunia, P.A. Sarat Chandra. Grants for the project is provided by the Urban Development Authority.
And meanwhile, according to consultant Dr. Suranta Perera, 15 breast cancer patients are identified daily, while 3 out of them die due to the disease. He added that this situation can be minimized if breast cancer is detected in advance. A number of programs are also being implemented by now in order to identify these conditions. Consultant Dr. Suranta Perera observed that breast cancer can occur in both males and females, but the possibility of 100 times high in case of a female. 1 out of 4 females has the possibility of having cancer, and there are chances of deaths also. Deaths due to breast cancer among females has become prominent at present, he added. Due to this reason, the Ministry of Health, Sri Lanka Medical Association and Indira Cancer Trust together take steps to raise awareness among the general public. Former cricketer Roshan Mahanama said that while being an international cricket match adjudicator, he became to know regarding enlightening the public of breast cancer in Australia and South Africa. These countries have realized the severity of the disease and are taking steps to contain it and are also conducting programs in this regard. It is extremely important to fulfill our duty as citizens, he pointed out. Stay tuned with international news after this break. Welcome back with your international stories. And Israel and Hamas have agreed on the first phase of a new peace plan for the Gaza Strip.
US President Donald Trump said that the agreement would pave the way for a ceasefire in the region. Under the proposed peace deal, Israeli hostages held in Gaza and Palestinian prisoners detained in Israel's jails are to be released. The agreement also outlines the withdrawal of Israeli forces from the Gaza Strip and the facilitation of humanitarian aid deliveries to the territory. Reports indicate that the Israeli cabinet is scheduled to meet today to discuss the proposal, and if it receives formal approval, the ceasefire in Gaza is expected to take effect. The United States announced that under the new agreement, all remaining Israeli hostages in Gaza are set to be released by next Monday. Hamas has also confirmed its acceptance of the new peace plan. Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu described the agreement as a historic day for his country. Meanwhile, Israel including families of hostages and residents, was seen celebrating the news of the new peace deal and expressing hope for lasting peace in the Gaza Strip.
And in every autumn, a stunning pink wave covers the South Korean countryside. The area turns into a beautiful floral paradise for the Pink Boule Grass Festival, attracting thousands of visitors. One of the best places to see it is Ocean Island. Families and tourists enjoy walking through fields of soft pink grass and taking colorful photos. One of the most popular activities in sliding down the pink and sand hill, especially for children. The festivals run from September to October, offering a full experience with flowers, art and a beautiful scenery. Visitors also enjoy the park's European-style village and art displays, which make it look like a fairy tale. Located in Gyeonggi province, Ocean Island is not an island but also a countryside park famous for growing herbs and flowers. The Pink Boule Festival continues until the end of October.
Sri Lanka won the match against Turkmenistan in the qualifying round of the AFC Asia Cup football tournament. This is the first time in Sri Lanka's football history to claim a win over Turkmenistan. The match was played at the Colombo Racecourse grounds today. Until the end of the first half of the game, both teams couldn't claim a goal. At the second half, Leon Pereira scored a goal for Sri Lanka. Turkmenistan couldn't score a goal throughout the game. Accordingly, Sri Lanka won the match 1-0. According to World Football Rankings, Turkmenistan is at the 138th place, while Sri Lanka is at 197th position.
With that, we conclude tonight's news, which is tomorrow at the very same time. And I'm Charita signing off with Dulanjali. Stay safe. Good night.
Good night.